So go ahead, give it a try. Hello, this is Taste Eats by Tess, and today we're going to be making almond biscotti. We will start then with our almonds. We'll just go ahead, put those in our dish. Just dry like this. You do not need any oil. Spread them out into a single layer, and we'll be putting that on 350. Keep watching, making sure that your almonds are not burning. Great, so we just have to bake this now 10 to 12 minutes on 350. Let's add 2.5 cups of flour, 1 cup of sugar, we'll add some lemon zest, 2 teaspoons, almost the whole lemon. And I'll just continue on with that. It took the entire lemon, the zest of 1 whole lemon. We'll add now a teaspoon of baking powder, and we'll just give that a nice whisk through just to combine the ingredients. Beautiful. Just make a well in the center of this, just like so. Give it space to add those eggs. So we're going to be adding 2 eggs in here. We'll just go ahead in the well and beat that. Nothing too fancy. We will add 2 teaspoons of honey. Make sure you get that out of there. We'll give that a beat. We'll add about a teaspoon of vanilla. And a 1/4 teaspoon of almond extract. And again, we'll go ahead with this. Give it a nice stir. We also have 1/3 cup of melted butter, and we'll change over to a spatula. Continue on with that. Great, so our almonds are toasted, and we can just set those aside over here. And we go ahead with our spatula, and we just want to blend in our flour with those wet ingredients. once it starts to come together, you can add the almonds in there as well. And it's coming along nice. We want a nice, firm, almost like a cookie dough. We're going to have to shape this after we're done. So let's go ahead now. This is coming together. And we just add those cooled almonds. Make sure you cool them down slightly. They can be still warm. It won't harm the dough. So just go ahead. And we'll continue on with that and make sure it gets all blended together nicely. At this point, you can just turn this out onto your working surface here. You'll see at the bottom, you want to make sure you get all that flour in. And we'll be just kneading this just a little while here, just so it comes together nicely. And just incorporate everything, making sure that those little bits of flour get in there. And of course your almonds. Beautiful. And that's coming together. And it is a sticky dough, but it doesn't really stick too much to your board. I think because of that butter content in there. Okay? And what we want to do here is just refrigerate this for about a half an hour. I'll just go ahead and divide that. And you'll just make that into 4 discs, covering it in plastic wrap and put it in the fridge for your half hour. All right, so now that they've rested for a half an hour, let's go ahead and open them up, and we're just going to be rolling them into little logs. So I'm just going to fold that over like this, and we'll work it a little bit. And we don't want this to stick to our board. And you want to make sure your log is relatively the same here. Perfect. And that's about it. Does not have to be perfect here. So the colder your dough is, the better it's going to work out. So it's nice and smooth. You want it to be as smooth as possible. And I'm just going to go ahead with that first one that I did there and give it another. I think if you do this lightly, don't press too heavy on it, it will stay intact. It'll be perfect. We'll go ahead and continue. So you'll notice from this experience that when you've divided the dough, you may or may not have had exactly the same portions. So if they're not, you want them to be the same diameter at least. So some could be a little shorter than the others. So now we go ahead. This has 1.5 cups of almonds. If you don't like as many almonds, you can just put a cup in there instead. I happen to like a lot of almonds. So let's go ahead and put these in the oven at 350 degrees for about 20 minutes. They are now nice and golden, so we'll just put them out here to cool for 10 minutes, and then we'll be slicing them, and we'll go with that double bake that's necessary. Just to let you see here, they turned out beautifully on the bottom, if you can see that. Just gorgeous. You'll want to use the serrated knife for this, and I find the best way is to just push down with your serrated knife like that, beautiful. And you just keep going along. Okay, let me just store these over here. And they won't grow anymore. You can cut them as thin or as thick as you like. I say about a half an inch. These little ends, you can either use them or just eat them as they are, sorry. And you'll find that the less almonds you use, the easier it would be to cut it. But again, I love the almonds, so I like it this way. So you'll just have to deal with chopping it rather than a sawing motion. Perfect. And we'll continue on with that. Perfect. So this made a very large pan. I've kept all the little ends here. Like, why not keep them? We can just chew on those as well. And we'll bake this now at 300. Great. So that's how they look. And we'll just put them onto our cooling tray here. And we should let them cool a good 15 minutes. They smell divine. And we're soon going to find out how they taste. Let's continue on with that. And you see the end pieces there in the corner at the top right. I think I'll go ahead and dunk some of these in some chocolate. It's melted chocolate. I just used a cup of melted chocolate. And I think it just looks so cute like that. So we can dunk a few of those. Some people prefer it without the chocolate, but I think I'll go ahead and do some. There we go. Looks pretty, isn't it? Feel like that. I'm trying to get them on an angle, but this cup doesn't cooperate quite as much as I'd like it to. If there's any rough edges, let's go ahead and scoop that off. Less chocolate, you just dunk the end. Just like this. It's pretty. Perfect. So for a recipe that works, go ahead and give it a try. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe. You have a wonderful day. Oh. If you really love almonds, don't skimp on them. Use the full cup and a half. If you prefer less almonds, just go ahead with the cup. That'll be fine. But definitely, you'll love this recipe. Have a great day.